Okay, for the second part, we're actually going to create the form handlers and put some logic into our little application here. So we want to create two new files. One of them is going to be do login.php and another one called do logoff.php. Alright, so let's take a look at do login. So, give us some PHP tags. This is going to be the file that when they submit the login form, this is going to be what actually validates their input and does the necessary steps. We're going to build a cookie-based login because that's the best for your mobile phones. The first thing that we're going to do here is we're going to put some valid username and password variables. Now, normally you would have these be stored in a database or config file somewhere. However, you're allowing people to log in. But for sake of simplicity, we're just going to hard code some stuff right here. So a good username is test and a good password is test that they'll have to enter in order to log on. So this is a flag that will help us in our validation. We always want to set that to true to start off with. Now we're going to grab our variables from our form that got submitted. Alright, so these two variables right here correspond to the input fields in our form, the name, and the password. So you just want to match those up. Now that we've got those from our form, we want to do some simple validation. So we'll check our username. If it's not equal to our good username, then we set our flag to false. Now I'll validate the password. So if our password does not equal the good password, then the login isn't valid again. So set that to false. Now we check our flag at this point since we've done our validation. So we say if the login is valid, then we'll do something, or else we'll do something else. And since the form is being submitted via AJAX, JQTouch is just going to throw into a container whatever output we give it right here. So at this point the login's valid, so what we want to do is we want to echo some stuff back so that whatever we echo here is going to be displayed back in our JQTouch. We're going to do a div with a toolbar. We'll put a title in there. Let's do H1. Let's see. Oh, we didn't want to put a link in here. Sorry about that. Alright, let's go down here. And do an unordered list. With one item in it that's a link. So what this link is going to do is it's going to send us back to our index page when they click on that link, and we do an external here. It's very important that we do that because that will actually refresh the browser. Since we're doing cookies, we're going to set cookies here, and the browser actually has to refresh in order to access those cookies that we're setting. And here is where we're going to set the cookie. I'm going to call it logged in, set its value to true. This is its expiration time. We're just going to do a 1 hour. That's a number of seconds from right now that it will expire. And just do the whole domain. If you don't know how to set cookies, you're going to have to just Google that, and you'll be able to find it really quick. Okay, so that's if the login's valid. If the login's not valid, then we want to display some sort of an error. So again, we'll just echo out a div, a toolbar, and we're going to put a backlink here. So that they can go back to the form and correct their error. Do an info div here and just give them a pretty generic message, username or password incorrect. Alright, so again, this will check their username and password, and it'll echo out a couple different things. So that's it for part 2. Part 3, we're going to add some logic to our index page and build our log off page.